How was your health?
It's very good, thank you.
How serious was it?
It was, I think, a serious concussion.
But you had trouble with vision.
Because of the force of the fall, I had double vision.
So no lingering effects?
No lingering effects.
For Americans who already had health insurance, the cost has gone up 27% in the last 5 years, while deductibles are up 67%. Healthcare costs are rising faster than many Americans can manage. What's broken in Obamacare?
Well, I would certainly build on the successes of the Affordable Care Act and work to fix some of the glitches that you just referenced.
But you did say those were glitches.
Yes.
Just glitches?
Well, they're glitches because
27% in the last 5 years, deductibles up 67%.
It is.
That's all I could say. I'm not, I have no idea. That's why we turned it over.
You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the surface?
What, like with a cloth or something? Well, no. I don't know how it works digitally at all. I do not have any. Ed, I know you want to make a point.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. And as America goes back to work, back to school, for Hillary Clinton, it is back to a new reality. Her poll numbers sinking fast, and tonight she is talking exclusively with us, saying, "I'm sorry," and not just once. Tonight here, no question off limits. The private server, what was she thinking? Can she survive this? And the new headline tonight that at least 2 emails reviewed are top secret. And in a very candid moment, we ask, does she ever quietly wonder why go through all of this again? We want you to watch and weigh in on Twitter and on Facebook, and we begin here with her emails. Secretary Clinton, thank you.
Thank you, David.
When voters were asked, what is the first word that comes to mind when you think of Hillary Clinton? Words like liar, dishonest, untrustworthy were at the top of the list. Does this tell you that your original explanation about the private server, that you did it to carry one phone out of convenience, that this didn't sit well with the American people?
Well, David, obviously, I don't like hearing that. I am confident by the end of this campaign, people will know they can trust me and that I will be on their side and will fight for them and their families. But I do think I could have and should have done a better job answering questions earlier. I really didn't perhaps appreciate the need to do that. What I had done was allowed. It was above board. But in retrospect, certainly, as I look back at it now, even though it was allowed, I should have used 2 accounts, one for personal, one for work-related emails. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. I take responsibility. And I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can to not only release 55,000 pages of my emails, turn over my server, but I am looking forward, finally, to testifying before Congress, something I've been asking for nearly a year.
But I did hear a word in there just a moment ago, and I'm curious. Would you acknowledge that you made a mistake here? Because you wrote in your own memoir last year just how important using the word mistake is in politics. You wrote, in our political culture, saying you made a mistake is often taken as weakness, when in fact it can be a sign of strength and growth. And so as you sit here, millions watching tonight, did you make a mistake?
I did. As I said, it was allowed, and there was no hiding it. It was totally above board. Everybody in the government I communicated with, and that was a lot of people, knew I was using a personal email. But I'm sorry that it has raised all of these questions. I do take responsibility for having made what is clearly not the best decision.
You mentioned everybody in the government knew that you were using this private server. Did fellow members of the cabinet know? Did the president know?
Everyone I emailed with, and I'm not going to go into names, but let me say I emailed with many people in the White House and the rest of the government, of course, across the State Department, knew that I was emailing from a personal account. It appeared, as my address.
The Intelligence Community's Inspector General telling ABC Today that after reviewing those emails, that 2 of them carry the classification of top secret, that both emails were classified when they were created and remain classified now. One was about drones, one was about North Korea's nuclear program. And I'm curious, does this mean classified information passed through your private server?
Well, there is still, as you know, a dispute. The State Department disputes that. I understand why different agencies have different views, and I respect that. It does not change the fact that I did not send or receive any information that was marked classified at the time.
What was she thinking? Can she survive this?
Let's reduce the response to this. Shut up, conspiracy theorist. Observe.
I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago.
Did you make a mistake?
I did.